I didn't react when the message came in, didn't move, didn't even blink. Just stared at the screen while the cold blue glow of my phone painted the kitchen tiles like a morgue light. Siblings only. Trip this weekend. You don't qualify. It was almost poetic, in a pathetic way. Because betrayal rarely arrives with screaming or slammed doors. Most times, it walks in quietly. Soft shoes, calm tone, like someone sliding a bolt across a door you didn't know you were standing behind. I typed 2 words. Have fun. And I meant it. Just not in the way they assumed. People always imagine family betrayal like thundersudden and loud. Mine was slow, surgical, 1,000 tiny cuts hidden behind polite smiles. It started the day my father died. When the lawyer said I was left half the company, my siblings Zane and Myrod didn't hug me. They hugged the legal documents. I still remember their hands shaking not from grief but from greed. We used to be close. Nighttime whispers, childhood secrets, shared battles against imaginary monsters. But real monsters live in boardrooms. And sometimes, they share your last name. I held on to the fantasy of family longer than I should have. But everything changed when the company became vulnerable, when chaos made room for someone to seize control. Suddenly, I wasn't their brother. I was a threat, a shareholder they wanted to manage, then minimize, then erase. The trip invitation was just the latest reminder. But betrayal is never accidental. A week earlier, I found it. My access was quietly removed from the financial systems. System glitch, the IT manager stammered, eyes refusing to meet mine. Right then Mira posted a story, pre-trip dinner with the real team. The real team, my siblings, my co-owners, people who smiled at me in board meetings and whispered in hallways after I left. I didn't confront them. No more emotional pleas, no more attempts to fix what they'd already shattered. Instead, I watched, listened, collected facts like a surgeon gathering instruments. That's when I discovered it. They were planning a vote that required my absence. A vote disguised as a harmless vacation. Temporary power of attorney. Emergency board control while I was away. They weren't just excluding me. They were staging a corporate execution. They wanted company. All of it. Without me in the picture. And that was the exact moment something inside me shifted. Not anger. Not heartbreak. Cold clarity. Revenge is never loud. Not the effective kind. It's quiet, deliberate, mathematical. I spent nights drafting emails, restructuring departments, shifting board permissions. Small changes, nothing dramatic. Just enough pressure applied to the right hinges. Truthfully, I didn't destroy anything. I simply pulled the rug they were standing on. Then I made one final move. I called the airline. Not to sabotage their flight, that would have been childish. No. I bought a controlling stake in the airline corporation, not the entire company, just enough to tip the scale. Enough that when a weather delay grounded their plane, someone very important was notified. Me. Because the CEO was required to greet major new investors personally. My siblings were at gate 22 when I walked up, frustrated, tired, mid-complaint to a staff member. And then the CEO approached me, hand outstretched, beaming, "Sir, apologies for the delay. A private jet is being prepared for you immediately." The entire terminal could have heard the silence that followed. Zane's mouth fell open. Mira blinked 3 times like she was rebooting. "What? Why is he talking to you?" Zane asked. I smiled gently. "You didn't know? What are you talking about?" Mira demanded. "I bought a majority stake," I said simply. "I was inspecting operations today. Didn't expect to run into you." Shock, confusion, panic. Zane swallowed. "So, you knew about the trip?" I looked him dead in the eyes. "I know everything, including the vote you scheduled behind my back." His face whitened. That wasn't "you can't void that." I already did." I stepped closer. "The lawyers received the evidence last night." Mira's voice cracked. "It was a siblings-only trip. That's all." "Oh, I remember," I said softly. "I remember every word." The CEO coughed politely. "Sir, your jet is ready whenever you are." I walked past my siblings, but paused. Turned back, held their eyes with calm precision. "Next time you plan a trip," I said quietly, "don't forget who approves the budget and signs the checks." Their faces fell. Shock melted into guilt. Guilt curdled into fear. They finally understood. They had tried to cut me out and handed me everything instead. I boarded the jet, closed the door, and for the first time in years, breathed. Not victory, not satisfaction. Peace. The kind that comes when you stop begging people to treat you like family and start treating yourself like someone worth fighting for. They wanted a vacation without me. They earned a future without me. As the plane lifted into the sky, slicing through clouds like silk, I whispered one truth. I didn't take your place. You never had one to take.